It's New Brew Thursday! Woo!
And we're here at Studio C with low-flying planes and crying babies and pools and rivers and
Welcome to my abode.
balconies. It's awesome. This is Brad's secret located apartment.
The world of Brad.
The world of Brad.
Indeed.
We'd show you the inside of the apartment, but this is a clean family podcast.
I think this place is on Foursquare. It's not that secretive.
Well, yeah, but it's not like Brad's place. It's like Avenue of the Arts.
Yeah.
So, you know.
True.
It's really good. So we're here. We're here. We're doing a show. It's just the three of us. Sort of a goodbye episode, kind of.
Yeah,
I've been very overdramatic about it. So,
yeah.
Brad's leaving us for a little while. Tell us about that,
On
Brad.
Saturday, I have a sojourn. I'm going up to Northern California.
Are you gonna like walk the earth for a while and find
Yeah,
yourself?
find myself. Kinda. I'm doing kind of a space camp for adults. Basically, it's a bunch of people who get together.
You're gonna be like Max with the robot and send Max into space. And
my goal is to talk robot by the end of the 2.5 months. I'll be able to talk
send
robot.
Max into space.
Yes. But yeah, it should be fun. Basically, I'll just be
So you're going up to
learning a
NorCal.
lot.
You're gonna be like at Singularity University.
Singularity University.
All right, and it's like a come to Jesus of all the smart nerds in the area.
Pretty much.
Yeah, right on.
From all over the world, actually.
All over the world. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. It should be cool. I'll come back.
So
even more of a
you're
nerd.
gonna be gone for 9 weeks, which means we have a few shows. So you probably won't be seeing this until middle of July.
Yeah.
So you'll have already been gone for like almost a month.
Right. Yeah.
And so, but we won't see you again until like September. You're gonna come back for JBF, basically.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's sad.
I'll be back. I'll be
God,
a
see, now
changed man.
open the beer before I start crying. We're going to be doing a beer. This is Humboldt Brown. It's brewed with hemp ale.
Yes.
It's not the hemp ale though. I don't think.
No.
It might actually just be repackaged.
Kind of messed up.
Yeah,
We
you're not going to
meant
open
this
all of
to
ours.
be-
You're just going to open your own.
Yeah.
God, if you weren't leaving, I'd call you a
man.
douche. Maybe good riddance.
Get out, you son of a bitch.
Are you gone yet?
But we were going to do the actual like hemp ale, which we thought we were doing, and as it turns out, we're doing the brown ale. But it is brewed with hemp.
Hopefully our pairing isn't
Smells like a brown.
Yeah.
too far off.
I like this is brewed from the Nectar Ales. Yeah, Nectar Ales, brewed and bottled by Nectar Ales.
Humboldt.
Well, Humboldt is the area, but Nectar Ales is the name of the brewery.
No. I think Nectar is the beer. Humboldt is the brewing company. Oh, just kidding.
Oh.
Red Nectar is the beer.
Red Nectar is the
okay.
yeah, because they do Red Nectar, they do the hemp ale, they do the brown ale, they do quite a few different
Right.
ones. They're all really good actually. And Brad's always wanted to do the hemp ale, so we're gonna cheers this. Yay, cheers to Brad and becoming a bigger nerd than he already is. You've wanted to do the hemp ale for a long time, and I was very harsh on the hemp ale and called it novelty beer and didn't want to do it on the show.
Until
And then
you
I
tried
learned,
it.
and then I learned that it's not novelty beer. It's actually really good craft beer, and so we had to give it some love on the show.
And even though this isn't the hemp ale, this is the Humboldt Brown. This is actually really good.
Yeah, it is very tasty,
Well, it is made with hemp.
and the hemp gives it like a nuttier kind of flavor to it. And but I think because it's, if I remember correctly, it's only available in California because of the restrictions on the hemp seed that they
Right.
use in the ale. So those of you outside of California, you don't get to try this unless you trade for it. And if you trade for it, you probably need a medical marijuana card, maybe. So we're pairing this with an aged Gouda because the hemp ale pairs really good with a cave-aged Gouda. This isn't cave-aged. This is just aged for a couple of years on wooden shelves.
I guess.
So yeah,
I did taste.
which means that some old lady just forgot to
Yeah.
put this away.
I had it before the show, and there was a little bit of crystallization going
Yeah,
on. Which I like.
it's very good actually. Yeah.
Really good cheese.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's actually pretty good.
Actually goes very well with the beer.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
So
Definitely
Wow.
get some crystals in that kind of explode.
the Nectar Ale company that the beers they put out they get pretty cheeky with it because like the hemp ale the bombers that were there they
Getting
were
cheeky
they were
with it.
$4.20.
The hemp ale bombers were $4.20.
They were $4.20, which is that. And I know there's a marketing guy that's like, hey, we can make 80 cents more than the average.
they were having a meeting, and some guy went, "Dude,
Well,
Exactly.
is it so much them or
4.20.
Oh,
was it High Times?
That's true.
No,
It might have
yeah,
been High
High
Times
Times.
putting it at that. So yeah, I'll have to go around and see if I can find some other bombers prices.
that's
up.
interesting."
So, but cheers to Nectar Ales. You guys do a good job.
First time we've had them on the
This is
show
really
too.
good.
I like it.
Wow.
Oh, and that's
It's a really simple brown.
Yeah, but
yeah, it's a really
very
good
drinkable.
representation.
It's not like not.
It's very
gonna knock you over
representable of the
head.
style.
Like, I would not feel. I would not hesitate in giving this to any of my non-craft beer friends. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be a good beer. You're going to enjoy
Like
it.
this is a good. Well, it's a 5.7, so it's very sessionable. It's very easy to drink this over the period of time.
Yes, like you said you were kind of turned off by the hemp ale just because you thought it was a novelty beer. What were you expecting it to taste like?
I kind of expected a Sierra Nevada with some darker color and a little bit more like.
Not to discredit or
No, I'm not saying anything
Nevada.
bad about Sierra Nevada. I'm just saying like I expected that flavor profile, but with a little bit more of a almost like if you mix that with a brown ale.
Right.
And so I was kind of like, and it wasn't that I thought it was going to taste bad. It was just this like, oh yeah, hemp ale, ha ha ha, yay, okay. The point is that I thought, like, oh, we're a craft beer advocacy show. We need to showcase the finest, and I just didn't see that as being the finest until I had it.
Right.
And we had it, like I had it the first time at the pairing event that we did at Whole Foods.
Really?
Yeah, that was the very first time I had it.
It's the first time I had it too.
And Dr. Bill chose that beer, and when I remember when we were talking about it and he chose, I was like, really, dude? Hemp ale? Really? All right. I'm not going to argue with you.
So when I say it, you don't believe me, but when Dr. Bill says
Hey,
it, all of a sudden you believe it.
Like we've said, Bill does not have a tattoo that says beer. Beer has a tattoo that says Dr. Bill. So when Dr. Bill says something, you just accept it and move on with life. But when I had it, especially with that Gouda that we paired it with at Whole Foods, it was just freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It blew my mind. So
If only we had that beer here.
that beer and that cheese. So maybe for your return
This
episode, we'll
isn't
get the actual.
This isn't too far off, though.
Yeah, we'll get the actual hemp ale and the actual cheese for your return episode. That'll be
right.
the way we welcome you back into the fold.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Are we
Someone
gonna
else
be,
should be in charge of buying the beer.
Are we going to be like visiting him at all?
Oh, I think we will be going up there and bothering him sometime in July or August.
In case you need your Brad fix.
So we're going to go ahead and shoot off to a Master Pairings. And I think in this one, you will see somebody that's very near and dear to my heart. So let's go do that.
We're here with another Master Pairings with
Dr. Bill.
Dr. Bill, the elusive Dr. Bill.
Yes.
And what do we got? We got something dark in the glass.
We have a Bourbon Barrel Imperial Stout, which I am not at the liberty to tell you what it is.
Okay.
Needless to
Sounds-
say, it is amazing, but it is not currently available in the state of California. But we are having it with some great looking biscotti. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
From what I know, it's biscotti made with orange peel or orange zest and almonds.
So what you're basically telling me is there's a plethora of biscotti here with various flavors.
Yes.
So let's see how it holds up with this. Wow, it's got a luscious mouthfeel. Huge Kentucky bourbon. Little fusel heat coming
Got
in
some
the
heat on
mid palate. But the vanilla just shines through. I can't wait to try it with this biscotti. Matter of fact, the perfect way to have this beer with this biscotti is like this.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Years of experience, sir.
I'm taking a moment in New Brew Thursday to correct myself because our chef, Evie Ruin, told me to do this and I told her she was crazy. And I stand corrected.
Wow. That is amazing.
It really is. You got that's a cinnamon one, correct?
Yep.
That is good.
Oh, just add so many more layers to this stout.
Does the cinnamon almost add to the heat of the beer?
Yep.
Yeah.
You have a little fusel alcohol because this is a big stout. It's over 11%. But what happens is the cinnamon, which is spicy, you know, cinnamon's used in savory dishes as a spice along with pepper. And so it's picking up this nice spiciness, which is a beautiful finish.
Yeah.
And it comes in really well with the vanilla that's from the stout. It's just
Yeah.
lovely.
I didn't expect that. The cinnamon adds a spicy heat to it.
Yeah,
Not that you
exactly.
said
It is
adds
a heat.
Spice.
Yeah.
So that's really
There's
cool.
definitely a heat. It's great.
That is
It goes
really
really well.
interesting.
Isn't that good?
Wow.
Vanilla, coffee, chocolate, and the cinnamon just shines right through.
This is great.
Now, I'm not going to dip the ganache because I don't want to get that necessarily in the beer, but I'm going to definitely try some with the chocolate.
Yeah.
And it should play really well
Definitely.
also. Strong job, Yvonne. The biscotti is wonderful.
Whole different world on this one.
Yeah, the biscotti itself is more subtle, but the chocolate plays through and it's got this nice little bitterness.
Yeah. It's completely different with the beer compared to the cinnamon.
Throws out a little bit of the bitterness in the beer, but you get this kind of like this burnt coffee effect, a little bit of dark chocolate. Amazing. These biscotti actually would go great with any kind of full-bodied stout.
Right.
They'd go really well with any type of coffee stout, chocolate stout, imperial stouts, needless to say.
Because biscotti is usually like something you would pair with your coffee.
Right,
in the
exactly.
morning, so.
And so it's used to holding up to the bitterness of a great coffee.
Right.
It's a no-brainer to have it with this imperial stout. Just goes so well.
Well, I gotta say, it seems every time we do a Master Pairings, it's like my new favorite Master Pairings. But this one was really good. So
We'll have to revisit them and recycle.
definitely. So until next time, it's been a great Master Pairings.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This week's signed copy of the Beer Wars DVD goes to our craft beer advocate, Darren. Darren comes to us from Arlington, Virginia, and he writes, "Hey guys, I'll keep this short and sweet." Thanks, Darren. Growing up in Wisconsin, formerly known as Miller Lite Country, I was oblivious to the craft beer movement sweeping the country and even my home state. After graduating college and moving to Washington, D.C., I eventually learned the error of my ways after flying home for a relaxing family weekend. My mother-in-law had picked up a sampler of different new Glarus brews, including Stone Soup, Cracked Wheat, Oofda, Hop Party, Dancing Man, Black Wheat, and Wisconsin Belgian Red. I couldn't believe I'd been missing out for years on all these amazing flavors. I didn't waste any time. I toured the brewery just a few days later, breathing in the heavenly smells of yeast and sipping on a pint of golden ale. Insert singing angels here. My eyes were finally open. Craft beer epiphany. The past year has been an incredible journey full of fantastic brews. While still learning myself, I share your passion in advocating craft beer to others. I'm happy to share my experience with you and hope others will continue to do the same. Cheers, Darren, and thanks for sending that in. If you'd like to send in your story, send it to advocate@newbrewthursday.com. We like emails, video, MP3s, whatever you want to send us. Just make it short and concise, and we'll be sure to get it on the show. Cheers.
Boom.
Brad, we're not saying goodbye because you're.
Get in here.
Yay! Okay.
No goodbyes.
I
only,
just became a man sandwich.
only good memories.
Yes.
Because what's the only way out of New Brew Thursday?
Death.
In a body bag.
In a body bag. And for life.
Yep.
New Brew Thursday.
And
Thug
BT for
life.
life.
So no, and it's not goodbye. It's just you're gonna be gone for a few months. It's gonna be sad. Like, I'm gonna miss you, but I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna Skype you on a regular basis. You'll be like, dude, off. Leave me alone. So
I'm trying to program a robot, guys. Give me some space. I need my space.
So, but we'll be visiting you. We'll do a couple of shows up in San Francisco. It'll be epic. It'll be crazy. Because we got to go up there anyway. And so yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and have a good time and good luck, and learn shit.
Learn shit.
Well, then I will try. Until my return.
Until you return, stay safe and drink beer.
And learn shit.
And learn shit.